Hello, how are you doing today? My name is Carol Itoje. I'm a real estate consultant in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Talk with Carol. This is the show where I inform you, I educate you on real estate matters so that when you're making your next real estate investment, you're able to make an informed decision. We talk about things like titles, the different types of titles there are, and the best ones to invest in, the one you should stay away from. We talk about lands that have good potential for great returns. And with that, we look at things like location, and then we look at price, and then we talk about properties to stay away from, and the best place to buy, and so on and so forth. It's a show that a lot of people have found helpful. I'm sure you have too if you've been subscribed to this channel for a while. If you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. Aside from the show, every once in a while I also upload videos that are very time sensitive that you have to take action on within a few days, otherwise you miss out on it. And those are things like promo offers, where that allows you to save like sometimes from 500,000 to as much as a few million, on a property. Now let's get into the topic of today. I want to discuss about a certain property I discovered last week. I think last week I first heard about it. Yeah, last week I first heard about it, and I was able to at some point go get a video of it that I uploaded just a few days ago. A few days as when recording this, that is, and I'm talking about Eastland Golf Estate. Now, let me just tell you, I look small, right? But I'm very into investing. There are different types of consultants out there. There are those, who help you guys, get the properties that you want, process your documents and all that, and they earn, and then they go buy Bond Street, Yuma Head, the best cars, they turn up in the club, and then they burn out all the money. And then there are those of us who appreciate, whatever we earn by trying to put it into investment. Some of us are very big, on investing, and whatever money we get, when we have money in the bank, we're not comfortable until we put it, we bank it on a land somewhere, or a house somewhere, But I'm mostly into lands. They are just easier to deal with. Land banking, they are just easier to do. I don't like stress, so I'm mostly into lands. Every once in a while, I do low-key investments where I don't talk about it. But when I find one that is really, that got me really, really excited, I always want to discuss about it. I always want to bring it here, to you people and discuss it, and then encourage you guys to come invest as well. Because having a show like this, it's hard for me not to talk about, things, properties that I find that, that piques my interest, that I'm interested in, that I want to invest in. It will not be fair to you guys for me to do that secretly and then not discuss these things with you. So every once in a while, when I'm so excited about something, about a property I want to invest in, I want to talk about it with you guys after uploading the video. I did that for Beachfront Phase 1, I did that for Beachfront Phase 2, and look at how that's going on. If you didn't hear about Beachfront, well, you missed. Beachfront was a big one, and now they are both sold out, the Phase 1, the Phase 2. And did you know that Beachfront that sold out at 2.8 is now worth 4 million naira a plot? That's just from August last year to now. It started selling at 2.3, then it went to 2.8, then it was closed for sale. Now, recently, somebody was trying to get me to plead with the MD to, get a plot in Beachfront Phase 2. But then MD told me, oh, no, Phase 2, we can't get anything, but I can try to see if I can get you something in Phase 1, And I was like, how much? Because he sold out at 2.8, so I was like, maybe it will be 3 million or something. And he said 4 million. I was like, 4 million? That's within a short time, And you all know that Beachfront is, see, today, I don't rest from, is Beachfront still available? Is Beachfront still available? Just like Beachfront that I found, and I decided to invest in it. And after investing, I came here to tell you people about it. And when I invested in 1, when I invested in 2, came here to tell you people about it. And a whole lot of you took advantage of it and invested as well. And I promise you, you're not going to regret that. Now, I've discovered another one that excites me. even much more than beachfront did, and I'm going to be telling you why in this video. Now, when it comes to real estate investing, for those of us who are investing a lot, we really have two major areas on the island to invest. We have those areas that are very developed and close to town, and they are Aja, Shongotedu, Abijo, Awoyaya, and the likes. And then we have Ibejuleki, that's the Eleko side of Ibejuleki. So we have the developed areas that that you can invest in but are very expensive, and then we have the side of Eleko refinery side that are still affordable. Now, I personally like to invest in areas that are developed already, or at least developing, not areas that are kind of just village and nothing is happening there. I like to invest in such areas. Now, if you talk about areas that are already developed, like these areas that I've mentioned, they are very expensive. The reason why I like to invest in these areas is because you get quick return on investment. An area that is already developed or fast developing, your return, the appreciation, the property you buy, whatever property you buy, is bound to appreciate very quickly. And I like that. When you buy a property and the price remains constant for a year or two, it's just still the same thing as if you left your money in the bank for a year or two and didn't get any interest on it. So I like to invest in these areas, but then they are very expensive, very, very expensive. So usually we don't have a choice, but that's why when we see things like beachfront and it was affordable when it came out, when it started selling, we rush into it, because beachfront parts of Lagos is a developing area. It's not there yet, it still has a long way to go, but it's fast developing, so the appreciation will come very quickly. Otherwise, why do it at all? Now, in these developed areas that I said are expensive, that is where Eastland Golf Estate is located, but yet it's affordable. That's one thing. That's not the first thing though, because even if it's affordable, if it doesn't have a lot of things going for it, I would be interested, because at 10.5 for 500 square meter, that's not money you want to lose, right? But for these areas, it's very affordable, especially when it's all inclusive. That's inclusive of the cost of land, inclusive of the deed, the survey, the development levy, everything you need to pay. For 250 square meters, that's 5.5. For 500 square meters, that's 10.5, all inclusive. When I heard about the estate, of course, the price was what got me curious about it. And then a colleague that I know that we discuss investment and willingness to invest in had already invested in it. So that price got me interested, because it's Abijo. Abijo is an already developed area, So I was eager to see it, to visit the place and see what they have going there, and see if it's something that I will put my money or want to promote to you people. And then when I got there, I was blown away. Like, seriously, I was blown away. If you've not watched the video that I uploaded 2 days ago, that was, I think, March 6th, I uploaded that video. If you've not watched that video, go see it. It's a very long one, and it's a very long one because the engineer, the site engineer, had so much information. Like, I've never heard anyone, like any engineer, there's no engineer I've seen that's ever that good, but he had a lot of information to share that I felt I needed to get on video. So it's a very long one, and I feel like if you want to invest in a property, those are all the information you want to know. I made sure I interviewed him, I asked him all the information. We shared the samples, because we have apartments and we have land as well. So you can buy land, you can buy an apartment. We went to the apartment, we checked out the samples, we looked at the layout, we spent over 20 minutes on the layout just discussing the plan for the estate. We went around the estate, we looked at the concrete-sized roads, because he said some roads, there are some major roads in the estate that will be concrete-sized, which will be concrete, not the normal paved roads that you see in estate. They are going to have paved road, they are going to. So we have to look at all that. So that video is about like 1 hour, but I needed all those information, and I felt like you will need it as well. I wanted to break it to 2, but I didn't want to separate the information. I didn't want somebody to see a part of the information and not see the other one, because they missed that video. So I decided to upload it as one video. It's a long one, but go watch it. It's something, if you are at the moment looking for a new opportunity, where to put money into that estate is it. In fact, after you watch it, you won't even need to listen to all the blab that I want to blab here, but I'll still talk about it. Now, the first thing that impressed me with this estate when I got there was after I met with the engineer, and within few minutes, the way he was talking, you will know that this is not someone that is making things up or trying to impress you. You will know that they know what they're doing. You will know that a lot of thinking and a lot of planning, a lot of execution has gone into this Eastland estate, this Eastland Golf Estate, you know. So that's the first thing, because you know, as a marketer, real estate consultants, really, because I don't like to limit myself to marketing, but I do more than that. So as a real estate consultant, our part is to, you know, is to inform for myself. Let me speak for myself. My part is to inform, you know, you people, and then make sure that your interest is my only concern. Like, your interest is my only concern, which is why I'm not, you know, I'm not a staff of any company, and I'm independent, so I can speak, I can say the truth at any time about any property that, you know, that is out there or that I present to you. So my part is really your interest. So I try to find you companies that can deliver on what, you know, on what you want, on what they promise. And to be honest, it is disappointing that you can't, a lot of them, all of them have issues. All of them. So when we say this company is good, this company is best, it's not because they are perfect. It's because based on what's out there, what's obtainable, these people, they try. That's just it. But this particular company, you know, these particular people, this was the first, of course, estates that I'm seeing from them. Not that it's the first estate that they have. They've been developing, I think, for 10 years. But this is the first estate. This was my first time being introduced to them. And what they have on ground there. Because when you go to site inspection with some companies, you'll be shocked because you'll be asking the engineer, so what's the plan here? They can barely give you any information. You know, you're wondering, why will an engineer of a site not have details on the site? Is it that there's nothing planned there, or is it that they don't know about it? You know, but this person is intelligent, and he was able to give me so much information. I was even like, I was overwhelmed with everything he was saying. But that showed the detail that has gone into that estate. I was very impressed. And then the drive to the place as well, even though for now we're using an alternative road, it's motorable for now because it's not rainy season yet. But I feel like when it's rainy season, the potholes will make that place, you know, not attractive to drive to. But from the Lekki Ekpe Expressway to the site, for now it's just like, I think, 7 minutes, you know. And if the road were all good, you can do it in 4 minutes, 5 minutes, you can be at the site. But that's even the alternative road. The main road, which is supposed to be facing the railway on the Lekki Ekpe Expressway, is going to be fixed. I think I'll just give them 6 months, 1 year, and see what happens with the road, but I'm sure of it. Now, as an investor, you know, what interests me the most is, does this property has the potential to give me a good return within the next few years? That's what's what's most important to me. And I'm sure for you, that's what's most important as well, right? Now, this particular property has, since 2018, shown a very consistent, you know, good return potential, like very consistent. In 2018, I heard it started selling in 2018 at 800,000, you know, naira. But I'm sure that if I was even aware of it then, I probably wouldn't have, you know, bought, because a property at that price range then probably didn't have any title. So I'm sure they now worked on it, got the title for it, approved decision, and by, you know, 2019, they started selling for 3.5, because that's the price range for lands that have approved decision, 3.5. Now, I still didn't discover it then. And then 2020 started selling for 7.5 when it now got a governor's consent. The title on the property now is a governor's consent. You know, the prices of property is largely determined by the title that is on that property. If a land doesn't have a title, you see them to buy for even less than ₦1 million. But once they have approved decision, you see them for 3 point something. Once they have C of O, governor's consent, the price start to go high. So 2020 started selling for, most part of 2020 sold for 7.5. and then before the end of 2020 started selling for 10.5. Now that 10.5 was supposed to have expired, stopped selling, and then start selling for 13.5 because the official price is now 13.5. But they decided to do a promo that, that was extended to March 14 now, at 10.5 for 500 square meter. So if I'm buying now, I'm already getting 3 million naira. Do you get? I'm already getting. I always like to buy such properties that are on promo, so that it now happens like overnight. Like you get your returns, you get good returns on your money, like overnight. If I buy at 10.5 now, within by March 15, and my money has become 13.5. You get it? With the type of estate they are building, and just that location alone where the property is, the property still has a long way to go in terms of price appreciation. If you people know about what's the name of this estate, Milton Estate in Awoyaya. Milton Estate is selling 500 square meter total package for 21 million naira, and we are seeing this 500 square meter selling at Abijo. Abijo, by the way, is before Awoyaya where Milton is, so Abijo is closer. So this one is selling for 10.5 total package. What does that tell you? That tells you that it still has a long way to go in terms of price appreciation. It has not even gotten there yet. It started very slowly and you can see that also shows the commitment of the company. For you to take a land that didn't have any title whatsoever from 800,000, take it within 2 plus years, and take it already from 800,000 to 10.5, you know what you're doing. You have a goal, you have a dream, you know what you're doing. And when you watch that video, I wish the video wasn't so long, I would have attached it to this video. So I'm just going to add a link at the end of this particular video to that video so that you watch the inspection video. Please do watch it. If what I'm telling you here, everything makes sense, go watch that video and take advantage of it. You still have, today I didn't even feel like doing a video because sometimes, when you want to do a video, there's a mood for it. Everything is, for today's zone, I'm like, I must do it, I must put this out there because of the promo that is expiring soon. I want enough of you to hear about this before it expires, so that you're not saying, oh, I didn't hear about it, oh, I didn't see that video. So if you are not seeing the video I uploaded, that's because you're not subscribed to my channel. So again, subscribe to my channel. If you didn't see that, now you are seeing this, you can go look at that, watch the inspection video and take advantage of it. I pray that you take advantage of it before March 14, because there's 500 square meter, there's 250 square meter. So even if you don't have 10.5, you can do 5.5 for 250 square meters. And that 250 square meter, you can build a 3-bedroom duplex on it, you can build a 4-bedroom duplex on it. It all depends on, the person you work with in terms of drawing out your, doing your construction and all that, making your structural plan. And if the person knows how to maximize space, if you even watch that video, the special video I'm talking about, the engineer talked about it, about what can be put there, and that you will still be able to have at least 2 car parking space. So 250 can do a lot instead of not buying at all, because from March 15 now, if you buy at 5.5 for 250 square meter, it will be selling for 7 million. That's 1.5 already, like overnight. You get? So this property has not gotten to where it's going at all, and for an investor like me, that's good news to my ear. That's good news to my ear. And it's not, I'm not having to go to all the way to Ibejuleki or Eleko to go buy this one. This one is already within a developed estate. Let's just see how it goes. And then the best part of it is that you don't have to cover the money once. That 10.5, you can spread it for 12 months at same 10.5 million naira. The 5.5, same thing with the 5.5, you can spread it for 12 months without any interest at all. That's another good thing. So you look at all these things, you look at what they are putting there, there is no way. And if you are buying a property there from Fairfield, because like I said, they also have a property, the apartments there that you can buy, and then they will have, unlike other estates, they have plans for estate managers that will help you. If you buy an apartment there, they'll put it on rent for you, they'll be managing it for you. So all you have to do, you'll just be getting, the rents, the one that is due to you, you'll just be getting it, and that's all. So you can do that with them. You can buy an apartment. If you buy an apartment, your apartment will be ready in 12 months. And the reason, whether you are paying on outright or not, your apartment will be ready in 12 months. And then the reason for that is because they cannot just apartments. they are a block of flats. They cannot just build one and give to you while the rest are being, constructed. No, they have to finish everything on that block and then allocate it together. That's why it takes time. So in 12 months they will allocate to you if you are buying an apartment, and then 4 months later they'll give you the key, because after 12 months your house will be ready, the exterior and all that, but then the finishing wouldn't have been done. So they will allocate it to you after 12 months, and then 4 months later they will hand over the key to you. That within that 4 months they will use it to take care of the finishing. There's so much information that was shared. Like I said, all this was from the information that was shared this video. There's also another video that you can listen to yourself from the engineer. There's a lot of things. Like the way I look at that estate, within the next 2 years it's going to become a very premium. The rent there cannot even compare to the other rent within that street, because the amenities that they are providing there, the security and everything they are providing there, the security that some are already even functioning at the moment. It's not like they are hoping to get it. Security, when I went to the estate, there are good level of security already in the estate, already functioning. There's electricity already in the estate, already working. So there's a lot. So all these that I've discussed and more is the reason I'm choosing to invest in this particular estate. And if you are a serious investor, I am encouraging you that you will not go wrong with this one. You should come and invest in this one. If there's anything that speaks to the belief and the genuinity and the trust of an estate that I'm bringing you, is the fact that I'm putting my money there. That's another thing that should tell you this has to be good. This has to be good. You get? So that's it. That's it for this episode of the show. Until I come your way again, my name is Carrie Toje. I hope to bring you more properties soon as I find them. I will not just bring properties to you because I want to sell. If you're not seeing more properties, different properties often, is because I've not found something I like enough to present. So that's it. But I'll keep my eye out, just like I found this. This is why I want you all to take advantage of this. I might not bring you a lot of property, but rest assured that I will always bring you those that are worth it. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you.